to go over the top, shall we?
Absolutely.
What
we
color is
have done
that?
already, yeah. Look at those guys.
Now, in this one, you do choose a color, right?
Absolutely. You get 3 bulbs per
Show
color.
and tell is the red.
Yes. And it's
Sir Alf Ramsey is the violet.
yes. And
Teresa Payment's a 1361, yep.
And it's a 12-inch flower with a beautiful pink, white center.
Here's the Encore.
Right, that pairs up really well with the red show and tell.
Order representatives will help you out with the color if you're not.
Yep.
Which one is it again? And tell me about this.
Taiheo means little princess
Taiheo.
in Japanese. This is azalea purple with white flamed flowers that are 12.5 inches across. These grow as quick as Jack and the Beanstalk things. You know?
Now, the big deal
easy
is
to grow.
brand new to this season, right,
Absolutely,
Kevin?
yes, sir.
Oh, but the deal is with the 3-piece exhibition over the top Dahlia. This is literally
It is
over
dazzle
the
and
top.
sizzle.
It's a new category.
It's a new category of dahlias. There's 57,000 dahlias in the world.
57,000.
According to the Dahlia Society, yeah. Now, you know, there's 500 dahlias that are considered dinner plate. They're 8 to 10 inches tall. So we have a grower in Holland. His family's been doing this for 115 years, and we said, we don't want those. We want something that's over the top. He said, well, it's funny you should ask because we have dahlias, about 20 of them, that are all 10 to 12 inches, and we're going to classify those as a new variety.
It eclipses your sunflower.
And so it is like a sunflower. It's giant and
It's better, though.
They grow as fast as a sunflower.
I'll stand behind here so
They
everybody
grow
can
as
see.
fast as a sunflower.
Do they
grow
really?
4 feet tall, and in containers, and in the ground, you need to lift them from the winter. Each collection has 3 roots, enough to do 3 pots yourself of that color, but I love to mix or match them.
So
together.
this that I'm seeing right here, how many is this?
That's 1 root in about 90 days.
So I'm getting a 3-piece collection.
Yes, sir, yeah.
So you are literally getting the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, but people are saying they're picking up more than 1. What are you showing us as a comparison?
That's the dinner plate dahlia. That's what people are used to,
This
oh, wow,
is
wow.
the dinner plate dahlia.
And that used to be wow, wow.
Looks like a little saucer compared to this. This is not old. It's a small dinner.
That's a small dinner.
This is a big,
smorgasbord.
yeah, this is a big
And
buffet.
these are really easy to plant. These are tubers like a potato, and everybody knows potatoes grow without even planting them. So these just bury these about 3 or 4 inches on top of the soil, and if they're in the garden, space them 3 or 4 feet apart. They love the sun. In containers, a 20-inch container, and these will be blooming in about 80 to 90 days, and they'll bloom for 90 days solid. They don't want to freeze, so you lift them after the first frost, bring them in, do it next year, and these are nearly impossible to get anywhere because there's only 20 varieties, and here are 4 today.
Let me give you the update. The
11.
largest, out of 57,000, these are the
right there.
finest. Is this the show and tell?
That's show and tell, yeah.
This is most popular, and it's most limited. Okay, flying
Dense,
out.
yeah,
This is the show and tell. It is a bright, beautiful, that's a rose red, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
it
gorgeous.
does. And in the summertime, you'll have yellow tips. It has good depth and substance. It looks like tongues of fire from a distance.
How long does it give me that bloom?
It'll bloom July, August, and September.
July? All through the month?
Really nice. Hot. Yeah, they love the hot. They love the heat. Yeah, they just take off, man. They're originally from Mexico, the Dahlia, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. They like it hot, yeah.
So not a problem with the heat.
No, they love
Not
it
a problem
hot.
with the
They love
sun.
it hot.
And man, oh man, how tall are they eventually going to get?
About 4 feet. Taiheo grows about 3 feet. This we're a little taller right now because it's winter and they're stretched a little bit. And these are just beautiful representations of what you're going to have in your garden. So normally 3 to 4 feet tall.
Okay, now that you're shopping, don't wait on the show and tell. Here's the red.
I love to pair the red with the yellow. Encore.
This is the Encore.
This
the
is
yellow and the red.
a sport. It was started from show and tell, and about 15 years after show and tell, this came about, and this is a wonderful one.
This is known as a dinner plate dahlia. These used to be the large big guys.
Yeah, there's 500 of those out of 57,000. That's pretty good.
Right.
But we've got 20 that are larger than every 57,000.
That's crazy.
And these are easy to grow.
4 months of blooming. Okay, let decorate with me now. Be the decorator.
Yeah.
Where am I putting these?
Put these in the hot, sunny spots of your garden. Maybe back at the border. And if you have containers, I put them around my pool next to my hibiscus or that kind of thing. They love the heat.
What
and the flowers are there all the
3-layer?
time.
You got this layer.
Yep.
Then you got the shorter flowers, and then you've got your hot pick.
Absolutely.
Right on the bottom level. How beautiful would that be?
And the lavender, it's really a show and tell garden. And you can see how a garden is going to look. We have some great video, and you can see that's the trial gardens where they actually hybridize these.
Guess what? We've got 3 minutes to go, and we may have to remove the show and tell.
Yeah.
The show and tell may be removed in a second.
Did you play that when you were young? See, I know Rick, and he's not going to answer that
It's not
question.
your business. That's really
I
a
didn't
loaded
think
question.
so.
I just
but
don't
I
wanna
just
know.
had to ask because, you know, I'm talking too fast.
No, I don't want to talk about it right now. $13.61. Shipping and handling is included, and this again, dare I say, only quantities of the season.
It is, and these.
Any place that that shouldn't have these? Any state of the nation?
No, I mean
that
that's at
shouldn't
the breeders. It's in Holland, and these are love the hot sun. You know, yellow tips show up well in the summertime. You know, like a flame of fire on the show and tell. And it's a 12-inch flower. It's gorgeous. It looks like a tongue. It's, you know, from a distance, your neighbors are going to be pulled in. This is another 12-inch flower, Stauffer Ramsey. It's a soft lavender pink with a white center. It's named after a football star in England. You know,
Is it really?
Yeah, he World Cup winner. Gorgeous flower. I love that one. Encore, I like to put with the red show and tell. Beautiful yellow, golden yellow, thick flowers. And
It's a race now between the show and tell, the red, and the yellow, which is the Encore. So they're coming down the stretch. If you'd like to do it,
Little
just
princess.
a few remaining in each.
It's big though.
It's great, right?
It means little princess in Japanese, but it's the largest of all, 12.5 inches across. It's about 3 feet tall. They make a great cut flower. You have a lot of flowers, so you don't have to worry about, oh, you know, there we are picking out our varieties.
That's great.
And we're like, which is biggest, which is.
That's great.
I mean, that's.
Where do they
you know,
come
before
from?
the Heinekens, but.
Where'd you find these?
These are in a grower in Holland.
This is Holland.
And I'm not going to tell the guy's name because this is a secretive dude, and well, he's the best. And he's been in business for 115 years. You could probably figure it out.
But Kevin, this is the definition of what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, we go.
Like travel the world to find these.
We're going to Chelsea and Holland in
rough,
May to pick out stuff for 2 years from now. I've got next year's already picked out because I have to think that far out. And there's only 20 varieties of dahlias in the world that is called over the top. They're bigger than all 57,000, all 500 dahlias at a dinner plate. Nothing's going to stretch 10 to 12 inches.
What happens next year to these?
Well, dig them up out of the ground because, like I said, they don't want to have a hard freeze. They'll take a light freeze. And so your root, like a potato, you imagine putting a potato in the ground. These are tubers like that, and they will multiply. And next year you can make subdivisions and share with your neighbors and friends because this is this year, and next year is probably 3 times the size. I mean, you get 3 roots. Each root will do 3 of these pots, Rick, so it's not like you just have one pot. So
Show and tell, saying goodbye.
All right. All right.
But that's the most manual labor I've done the entire day, by the way.
You know, these are gorgeous.
So these look very similar. So let's just go, which is which here?
Okay, that is Sir Alf Ramsey. It's
More
a
pink.
soft lavender pink with a white center about 12 inches across.
Right.
Next to that is the
little
Taiheo.
princess.
Yeah, little princess, but she only grows about 3 feet tall normally, but the flowers are 12.5 inches around. She's not spoiled, is she?
M46, 435. You're loving this.
And now
Brand new
Encore.
this season. Never been shown before. This is what these guys do.
That's the old dinner plate.
Look at this. This is the dinner plate. That is a tiny little
You said
saucer.
that's a
They
small
should never
meal.
have called it a dinner plate.
That's a small
That,
meal.
it's like that's a knife.
Yeah.
No, that's a knife, right?
Yeah.
That's a dinner plate. Look at that. That's got to be, that's at 9 inches, right?
Yeah, this is 10 to 12
10 to
inches.
12.
Nothing's less than 10. All right, we didn't want it.
You got to use QVC.com if you want to pick these up. Automated ordering. So red's gone. When it comes to the yellow, I wouldn't wait.
It's
and these people are getting more than one set. Again, the last 30 seconds.
They're
What you bring?
so easy to grow. They're fast to grow. Like Jack and the Beanstalk, to be blooming in 80 days. They bloom for 90 days solid. They make a great cut flower.
I put them in a pot, then you can bring them in the garage, right?
Yeah, I love the plant. No one else is going to have them.
Kevin, good to have you here. Devin, good to have you here.
Good to be here, Rick.
Big
It was fun,
hour.
guys.
You want to contact Roberta's? You can. Lots of ways to keep in touch with you guys, right?
Yeah, we keep in touch all year round.